5 seconds remaining.
Shadow Fiend.
And he'll trade a little bit of farm as well with the bristles. So everything considered, I think Navi's lanes, maybe slightly better.
Shaker trying to throw down a Fisher was cancelled there by the disruption. He still gets it out, lands onto 2, but Dendi's there with the slow. This might be your first blood going on Hansken, and it will be indeed. Seneko secures that. Does Dendi pay with his life though? Sealkid and Era are here, but now Sealkid's got to run. Seneko and Dendi just turn towards him. Era's come in. That will scare Dendi away. There is a raise available in a second for Era. He could try and get Dendi. Is going to be enough damage. He goes for it. It's not quite enough to bring down the Storm Spirit. Dendi's going to be okay. It might be a different situation there for Seneko. There's a Fisher from Hansken. They do find the return kill there onto the Shadow Demon, but first blood going to Na'Vi.
That was actually very close to being an Ancient Deny, as one of the auto attacks from Era actually missed up onto the high ground. So we'll say that he was trying to save Dendi.
Jonas and Fan turns up and he's got dust in his pocket. Funnick trying to run away from this one, but Hansken is there with the body blocking very nicely. This is going to be Funnick going down. And I'm not sure if he might not have noticed that Jonas and Fan had dust there.
He
but
just sent it out. But Sealkid.
Lane indeed, straight away here, zipping forward onto Sealkid. They get the slow, and there we go, forward again. Dendi will find the kill there with the help of Seneko. Now with the disruption holding Era in place, they could look for round 2. Dendi still got half of his mana pool left. Will zip up to the high ground, gets in there on Era. It is enough. He does fall. Is it going to be a double kill with Seneko as he finds it with the poison? Seneko getting a low hit to the tower hits. Will just be able to get himself out on very, very low HP. But a big kill there from the side of Na'Vi, allowing...
Like the Bristleback's going to have a little bit more farm, but the amount of farm acceleration that Funnick's going to give them middle lane.
Straight in. Tombstone's there as well from Artstar. Now Jonas and Fans coming to try and fight, but Dendi's still got the mana. He could try and go really aggressive, and he certainly will. Stress the Bristleback. There'll be a TP coming in, but it doesn't matter. Bristleback's already dead, and now Limp jumping forward with the Scream and the value Sonic Wave there to bring down the Storm Spirit.
That was actually a huge misplay. He could have killed 2 heroes there.
Oh, Hansken gets disrupted. Vorst is chasing this one down as the backup of Funnick, trying to get a track out, and a track out will go. This is going to be more track gold into the pockets of Na'Vi, and another big kill there. I believe over the course of that last minute, 4 heroes dropping on NRP, Na'Vi just losing Dendi.
Yeah, the Shadow Fiend is going to get bullied very hard by the Storm. That's just how the matchup works. Like once the Storm hits level 6, realize it too. They're pinging him out. He's in sentry range.
The Tombstone gets dropped. If Na'Vi say you want to fight on the hill, we'll fight on the hill. We see Limp going straight onto Funnick, but Dendi's coming in onto Sealkid. That's one track kill. Hansken walks away, but they're looking who to go for. They're going to go for the Earthshaker. Dendi zipping forward with the burst damage from the Remnants and the Overload. They'll bring him down as well as Earthshaker falls. And now they look towards Jonas and Fan. They've got the Omni Slash straight onto the Bristleback. Bristleback falls. It's 12-5. 3 heroes dying on the side of NRP. Maybe more the ultimate from Shadow Demon thrown down onto Era, but looks like Na'Vi aren't in a position to dive any deeper. Limp was there waiting and ready on the high ground with the Sonic Wave, but more track kills going to the side of Na'Vi, and over indeed 10k net worth for 18 minutes in on your jug. Mid lane, they're going to go in onto Jonas and Fan here with the ult from Seneko. Disruption holding in position. There's an Earthshaker. Fisher coming out, but now Dendi, he's arrived for the side of Na'Vi, straight onto Jonas and Fan. He's trying to walk this off. Era's turning up with the raises. They brought down the Undying, and now Dendi's actually got to back himself back up. Bristleback's brought low, but he isn't popped over the edge. Era, now with a haste stream, zooming about.
Get away from the Tombstone, you fools!
Dendi's going to go back in. His mana's being topped up. He's ready to go in. Her Vorst has picked off the Bristleback, and now he's going to look for more. Dendi zipping straight, and look at these huge slows onto them all, but the telekinesis very nicely. Oh, look at this! There's an ultra. It might be a rampage for a Vorst. He looks for Limp. Limp denies him the rampage up to the high ground. Funnick is there, and I think Limp, he's got the Shuriken. Can he not get in range here for the Shuriken?
No, he's got to be in range.
Oh no,
it's actually very small.
Yeah,
all right, smaller than I thought. So that was, what, a Shuriken Omni Slash or something like that?
Shuriken Omni Slash. So
and there's everyone exploded.
And the Shurikens bouncing around there.
That was pretty funny. Oh, Bristleback spotted out here. He is soul catchered.
I think he's dead, Andy.
I think he might be dead, yeah.
Well, he's going to live for a little bit, as Bristlebacks do. Funnick walks around to the face. There we go. Gives him a little bit of a smash into the old smacker. Brings him down.
And it's going to be just game on. Oh, Hansken.
Hansken. Oh, who's just forced to go? Wants to go with Limp, but the bouncers will bring it back to Hansken. Hansken goes down. I can see Dendi zip forward. The Tombstone's been dropped. They've lost 2. There's going to be a buyback from the Earthshaker. They may lose more as Vorst trying to go in onto Jonas and Fan. They've still got the healing ward up on the side of Na'Vi, so it's going to be very hard for NRP to fight into. Jonas and Fan, he's actually trapped up in the trees here by the zombies by the looks of it. Will finally get himself out of the jungle. Hansken with an Echo Slam onto 2 onto Dendi and Artstar. Fisher as well holding Dendi in place. The punches from Era, they're big enough to bring down Artstar here on the Undying, but on the side of Na'Vi, they've brought down the Earthshaker for the second time. Error will fall as well. We're going to see a TP attempt from Jonas-In-Fan. He does get out, but it's 4 heroes dying on the side of NIP, and that did, of course, include a dieback from the Earthshaker, and Na'Vi, they only lose the Undying.
They even expended like Shaker ulti, Requiem. They used everything that they had.
Look at the gold change on Bounty Hunter. Potentially, is this really the play? They're going to try and look for it with a Fisher on art style, trying to bring it down before the Tombstone gets dropped, and they do. Undying's down. There's not going to be any Tombstone for this fight. Dendi, he's zipped straight onto Error with the pull. Seal kick getting low as Funnick pops the BKB, starts to fight. They brought down 2 here on the side of Na'Vi, but at the same time, Na'Vi have lost 2 themselves. There's going to be a bash onto Jonas-In-Fan. Dendi trying to find Limp, but Limp will blink himself away. And Funnick, Avvorst, and Dendi bring down Bristleback, and now they turn their attentions to Error. Error goes down as well. Triple kill to Avvorst. Everyone but Limp dying on the side of NIP, and all through that, where did the Roshan go in that?
No, I went to Na'Vi. Yeah, they called GG.
Well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought so. I was like, after that fight and them also losing Roshan,
yeah,
there's no way they can continue on. Like, the laning phase didn't go too bad for them. The biggest issue they had was the Juggernaut got free farm in lane against a Queen, right? Yeah. Because Artstyle was down there on the Undying, making Limp's life pretty crap. And then middle lane, Dendi never died before 6. And when you're playing Storm against heroes like Shadow Fiend, Rubik, even Shaker, and Queen, there's a lot of squish on that team to go for. So he went 4-0-4, which is like the highest possible damage build. And then the Shadow Demon just kind of hung around mid and said, hey, whenever I get a disrupt off, our well, it's going to be all about who gets the better commitment. Okay. Like, if you go in and fight, like right now, Avvorst, he was so decay stacked.
Classic Avvorst.
He had so many decays on. Like, look at this Undying. He has almost 1,000 HP at level 1.
Himself right around the cogs bottom lane. There's going to be a torrent onto Hanskin again, but he drops the Tombstone. He's out of mana, so won't be able to get out of decay. Can they kill him? Yes, they can. This time, the side of Na'Vi just able to bring down that Undying.
Era trying to do the damage that he can before the Tombstone actually drops, but...
Funnick, there's going to be a TP from Shadow Demon as well. They're going to go straight to Hanskin with a Rocket Barrage. Undying, he's getting healed up by the Abaddon, but it's not going to be enough. The cooldown's going to be massive! Onto 2, onto 3!
God.
NIP getting absolutely obliterated in the bottom lane as Na'Vi turn up in full force, and that's... Now Jonas-In-Fan, he's going to go around for round 2 into the Radiant Jungle. Artstyle is about, and he's going to hook shot straight past the Shadow Demon onto Avvorst. The Tombstone drops as well. Avvorst looking in a bit of trouble. There's a defensive destruction buying him some time. That will allow Avvorst to get the cooldown down, but Avvorst has already gone down, and now Hanskin looking for more, trying to chase down Artstyle here, giving him the punches, the decays. Going to be able to go for this one too much longer because Dendi has turned up to back of Artstyle. The slowest down Hanskin. Limp linking forward with the Sonic Wave, blows up the Shadow Demon, and now Dendi, he's surrounded by 4. Looks like he might be in trouble as well. He's fairly tanky, keeping himself alive, will bring down Limp with him, does pay with his life. NIP coming out on top, 3 for 1 after that exchange, and well, that was a very nice initiation from Jonas-In-Fan on the clock. A detour there, does get sent back. He will find there'll be a disruption here, and Soul Catcher onto Hanskin with the X marks in the boat and the turret all coming through. Oh, the vacuum pulling both the Undying and the Abaddon into it. That's 2 heroes down here on the side of NIP. Jonas-In-Fan pops down the coast, but now he's got to run away. They're fighting up against it. They have the completed pipe onto Funnick. It's doing a lot. Cool down there, finishing off the clockwork. 3 heroes falling on the side of NIP. No one going down on the side of Na'Vi, and we saw it there. The boat into the vacuum into the boat. Sorry, the pipe was there to follow up for the side of Na'Vi in terms of defensive, and the NIP, they couldn't find anyone.
Well, looking for a team fight here, another smoke up.
Yeah, they're ready for round 2. Everything bar the Sonic Wave is available. Hookshot initiation will be there, going straight through. Actually onto Limp, it misses anyone on the side of Na'Vi, and Na'Vi might be ready to fight back into this. The boat flies through, will catch out Limp, blows him up straight away. Seal Kid here with a borrowed time, nice vacuum onto 3, and now this time with the pipe, Na'Vi, they continue to fight, continue to push. They'll find Hanskin, they'll find Arrow as well. They'll also bring down the Abaddon. 4 heroes being taken down on the side of NIP, and as you were saying, Andy, when they hit that boat, suddenly the fight swings very much in their favor.
Well, they killed the Queen before she was even a Team Snowballs.
Jonas-In-Fan has an Invis rune here, might be able to set something up for the side. Throws down the cogs. Limp comes in a 3-man Sonic Wave, but there's going to be a cooldown and a boat flying through the middle of the side of NIP, catching them all. Vacuum as well. Jonas-In-Fan goes down. Na'Vi, they've only lost the Shadow Demon, and with the pipe of the Crimson Guard, Na'Vi, they're pretty hard to bring down. Seal Kid will have the borrowed time, buying him some time. Very aptly named skill. The torrent will fly through, won't catch anyone. It doesn't matter. Seal Kid does manage to get the Mystic Coil deny there. But nonetheless, Na'Vi just losing the Shadow Demon, forcing 3 heroes off the side of NIP, and we'll be able to find this tier 1 on the bottom lane.
I thought that he would actually just try to push all the heroes forward. Like, he could have cogged in a way that pushed the...
Some fan want to go for it here. He's got a hook shot. He's going to try for it. Straight in onto Seneko. Funnick is there with the wall. The Sonic Wave catches to the vacuum. Bring the side of NIP back towards Na'Vi. Seneko caught in between it all. Will get the boat out here. Now the backup from Havorst. He gets a cooldown onto 4 heroes. Jonathan Fan looks to TP out. Will not get away. Havorst just being able to bring down the clockwork. And now they'll turn to Era. Era tries to turn around with a stun, but it's not going to catch anyone. He goes down at bat and will be able to TP himself out of there. So even though NIP find the initiative there,
positioning themselves around the pit. Now they have placed a fresh observer here, so they're going to have vision of a good bit of Na'Vi and could open up a hook shot here for Jonas.
Ooh, let's see. Are the plays going to be coming out?
Oh, they'll use
Strand to Vorst, Tombstone on the high ground, the defensive disruption, dodging the Sonic Wave there for Gyrocopter, and there comes your boat onto 3. The cooldown as well. Sealkid has the borrowed time being propped. Funnick going straight in onto Jonas and Fan. Now he's going to turn his attention back towards the pit as the Queen of Pain Limp will be able to blink away. Dendy pops the BKB trying to fly up against Terra, but Na'Vi they're actually trying to get themselves out of this engagement. They might lose Dendy here. Dendy's going to look for the TP, but the hook shot will be there to cancel it. He gets brought down at the end of that massive clash. Only Dendy dying there on both sides.
I'm actually amazed only one person ended up dropping there. The unfortunate part about Nip's lineup is they're not very good at killing Roshan.
Oh, it's a hook shot straight onto Funnick. He's found Funnick. The disruption will be there to stop the clockwork from getting down the coast. Vacuum onto 4 to there. The follow-up. Yes, because the Force has turned out. The cogs melting as well. The cogs holding the side of NIP in place, but it doesn't seem to matter. NIP is still coming out on top. They'll find Seneko. So even though the cogs almost certainly looking to set something up for Na'Vi, Na'Vi are just all dying. Funnick, he surges himself away. The hook shot will somehow miss from Jonas and Van, but Funnick, he's stuck in the tree lines.
Oh, high ground vacuum. 2 seconds.
The vacuum.
Can he live?
The vacuum. Do it, Funnick. The vacuum. Oh, he goes for the low ground.
He put him on the wrong side. And Havorst pings the cliff. He's like, why didn't you put him on the cliff? Oh, well.
Hindsight is a wonderful thing, Andy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a team wipe going the way of Nip. And honestly, I think a lot of the reason why that went so far south is the cogs from Jonas and the Roshan pit totally isolated Havorst from everyone else. So even though Artstyle was on point with his defensive disruption to make sure that Havorst could at least BKB.
Yes. Yeah.
The majority of the damage dealt right now from Na'Vi is from the gyro. So his flat cannon was hitting, I think, 2 or 3 heroes, but he wasn't really able to sit in the fight. And the person that he dumped all of his abilities into didn't die because it's Queen. So she's just able to blink away and reinitiate later. And because of the fact that you get your mech baited out, you get your pipe baited out, and then Leshrac can just come back in being extremely tanky and just slowly melt the team. Na'Vi's lineup doesn't deal a ton of damage unless Havorst is in the middle of the fight. Like that's like tenfold.
More Limp now with the Hex onto Artstyle, the Glimmer Cape behind him, some hope, but obviously doing nothing against the pure damage of the Sonic Wave. Oh, the vacuum, the wall, NIP getting dragged right into the middle of it all. Hansken goes down here. Can Na'Vi finish this one off? Limp lost the BKB, trying to get himself out. Arrow is the BKB. Is it going to keep him alive? He'll go down. He is only down for 15 seconds though because of all those Bloodstone charges. Double kill for first. Jonas and Van comes back in, will bring down Havorst. It's a 2 for 3 trade so far. Jonas and Van getting loads of right clicks, and Dendy will bring him down here. Limp trying to find Funnick. Funnick gets forced back by the cogs, but Limp will blink himself out of this one. Ends up being 4 for 2 there, favoring the side of Na'Vi, and or maybe it's not over. Limp stands there, takes a disruption and soul catcher to the face, and Era has returned. There's going to be the vacuum as they go for the wall. Limp, the damage being done. Limp gets blown up, and now it's Era. Era's got to be careful about walking past this wall. Will back himself out, but the 140% damage.
Dear God, he got wrecked.
He got.
He actually just got demolished by the wall. I have vision of Na'Vi, at least a few of them. The question is, can Funnick land the 3-man vacuum into a boat combo twice in a row? Because they might need that to win this fight.
Both teams with all the ultimates ready. Limp leading the way. He's going to find the Shadow Demon, pops down the Yule Scepter, Force with the homing missile, heading the way towards Limp. Limp drops the Scythe onto Artstyle. There's going to be an X mark onto... Oh, but it's not going to be enough because Limp wants the BKB now. Jumps straight in with Jonas and Fan with the hook shot. Pipe has been popped by the side of Na'Vi. They're walking through the wall though, the side of NIP. They need to be careful. Artstyle gets the soul catcher onto Hansken. Error in the middle of it all. Look at the damage he's doing, and they just can't kill him. The BKB keeping him up. They've already found 2 heroes on the side of Na'Vi. They might be able to find more. They're 5-3, they're 5-4. 4 heroes down. Funnick the only one left alive. The dagger will fly forward. Error finds the slow as well with the lightning bolt. Can Funnick get himself out of this? He gets caught out by the stun. The cogs, they blink forward here on Limp. They're going to be able to find Funnick as well. It's a full team wipe. Triple kill for Error. NIP only losing the Undying. And Leshrac, what a beast, Jaskell.
Like I said, they don't land the combo, it becomes almost impossible to actually kill the Lesh in the first place. Like, he casually just walked into 4 heroes.
And just stood there in the middle of them.
Lived the entire time and just killed. Like, that's all he needed to do. And on top of that, they're going to be able to get Roshan with cheese. I think he might drop his Veil for this. Or maybe he just keeps it and says, you know what, somebody else can take it. Maybe Limp gets his hands on the Aegis and they just hold cheese to give it to somebody else. But really fantastic fight coming out from Nip. The boat whiffed completely from Na'Vi. The vacuum wasn't there. The wall was lackluster. Like, nothing really seemed to click for that fight for Na'Vi. And unfortunately for them, making a mistake like that at this stage in the game is much more impactful than it was.
Titanic, with the money that he could have had for buyback, he doesn't have buyback gold now.
Yeah, this is... I think if they saw what was on the Courier when they killed it, they probably just push. Like, that would be the basic dream for them.
And the disruption onto Era here. Doubling forth on Limp, and the hook shot straight onto Havors. Havors just get himself out of the corner. Now the vacuum onto the boat. It's not quite enough there to bring down NIP. Zaneko getting low. Pops the Glimmer Cape, trying to get himself out. Yours holding him in place. Havors will retreat. No one's died so far. Zaneko, Hardstyle, both getting low. They both pop. It's a double kill for Era. Now Funnick trying to do what he can against Limp. Limp's able to blink away, and Era just turning his attention towards Dandy, looking for the stun. Funnick's pot the BKB, will back himself off. 2 heroes falling on the side of Na'Vi. NIP standing their ground, will be able to clear out the top racks here, and that is a push successful there for NIP.
Just imagine if Havors had a Satanic for that team fight.
It could have been a little bit different, Andy.
He would have been able to tank through both of the Queen ultis. Now, fortunately, the second one that landed, they had boat buff for, so they didn't lose all their heroes immediately. Otherwise, I think Limp would have just cleaned up all of Na'Vi straight up. But I think with only 3 heroes and Nip looking to be in pretty good fighting shape, it could potentially just be GG.
Yeah, I mean, NIP heading up to the high ground, looking to go for round 2 in the mid lane. As the damage flies through onto the tier 3. There's going to be a cooldown from Havors, but he goes in and he goes out. He doesn't want to stick around for the time being. That's going to be the tier 3 down. Stun onto Havors. He's in a lot of trouble. Limp comes in. He's going to go down. He's down for 115 seconds.
That's
no buyback available on your gyrocopter. It's not looking great for Na'Vi. They will lose the mid racks here, and it feels like they're on the verge of losing the game.
No gyro, you can't fight. Like, there's no way. Like, how do you kill anyone? The only person on your team who does damage at this point besides Dendi is your gyro, and he's gone. So, yeah, they're definitely just going to take one more fight, I think, and then call it.
Yeah, Era, 3-man stun.
Oh,
okay.
Jesus.
And with the Shiva's guard, chasing down Zaneko and Funnick. Funnick gets caught in the cogs. He's got a nice vacuum on wall, but again, up, he just walk it off. There's going to be a Viper Striker to Handscan. But Era's just standing there, slowly whistling away at these bottom final set of racks. Still 70 seconds before Havors is going to be back, and that's mega creeps now.
Yep.
That's mega creeps. And
the only person who can push out is Havors, and he is dead. Well, I guess technically, hey, they got tier 4s and huts. That's all you need. That and dreams.
Era. He's fine. Limp just jumps straight in. Art Style will go down here. The refresh has been popped by Limp. He's looking for the second Sonic Wave. Na'Vi, they're being scattered. They do get down a very nice vacuum and cooldown onto 2. Era's still alive though. Seal Kid, he has the borrowed time, providing him that second chance. It's a double kill for Limp as both Shadow Demon and Kunkka fall. Havors will fall as well in the middle of this fight. 3 heroes down on the side of Na'Vi. GG is called by Art Style. The game is over and done with. And well, NIP, after 5 losses in a row, they do manage to take a game, so you gotta feel a bit happy for them, because...
Hey, I called 1-1.
You did?
Yeah. No, I didn't think it was going to go 1-1 in quite this fashion. No? But I did think that Nip were going to be able to take at least one game.
It's good that Nip took it, yeah. I'm happy with that.
I'm happy for them.
I'm happy for them because, as we said, they weren't on a great run, and they did deserve that win. There was that mess up from the side of Na'Vi, but I kind of seemed to give the side of Nip a bit of hope, and they just went full on. They gave it 10 out of 10. There was very little kind of mess ups after that point from the side of NIP, and it was just too much for Na'Vi to deal with, really.
Yeah, the Shrek for me was the big story. Yeah. I mean, Jonas had some really nice plays in the late game. Like, he kept hook shotting in, force staffing whoever he went on forward, and then